50% of people get full-body chills from music. The other half barely feel a thing. And the difference comes down to how your brain is physically wired. Those chills have a name: frisson, that wave of goosebumps and tingling that floods your body when a melody hits just right. Scientists used to file it under subjective emotional response and move on. But in the last decade, brain imaging has blown this wide open. Today, we're counting down the 5 biological mechanisms behind music chills. From the least obvious to the one that will completely change how you think about your favorite song. Starting at number 5, your fight or flight system. When music gives you chills, your sympathetic nervous system activates. The same system that fires when you're in danger. Heart rate spikes. Skin conductance increases. The erector pili muscles at the base of your hair, follicles contract, pulling each hair upright. That's your goosebumps. Your body is responding to a series of organized sound waves with the same physiological cascade it uses for a threat. A loud crescendo triggers the same startle-adjacent response as a branch snapping behind you in a dark forest. But unlike actual danger, there's no cortisol flood, no adrenaline dump, just dopamine. Which brings us to number 4, and the experiment that changed everything we thought we knew about music and the brain. Number 4, the anticipation effect. In 2011, neuroscientist Valerie Salimpour put subjects in PET scanners and played their chill-inducing songs. The results were wild. Dopamine flooded the dorsal striatum during the anticipation phase, up to 15 seconds before the peak moment. And then a second dopamine surge hit the ventral striatum during the chills themselves. 2 separate dopamine events for one musical moment. Your brain is essentially saying, I know something good is coming, and then yes, it was exactly as good as I predicted. This is the same reward circuit involved in food, sex, and addictive substances. But music doesn't deliver calories or offspring. It doesn't have survival value in any obvious way. Now, you might be thinking, if it's about anticipation, does that mean the chills should weaken the more you hear a song? Great instinct. But the answer is no, and that's where number 3 gets really strange. Number 3, the prediction engine. Your brain is constantly predicting what comes next, in conversation, in movement, in music. Your auditory cortex runs ahead of the beat, modeling the next note and the next chord change before they arrive. Complete predictability kills the response. If every note lands exactly where expected, your brain disengages. No surprise, no dopamine. But complete randomness also kills it. If there's no pattern to model, your brain can't generate predictions, and the whole system shuts down. The sweet spot, what researchers call the optimal violation of expectation, is when music mostly follows the pattern, then deviates just enough to catch you off guard, then resolves in a way that feels emotionally right. And here's the paradox. A song you've heard 300 times still works because your brain is running 2 processes simultaneously. One system has memorized the piece. It knows what's coming. The other system is still processing the real-time tension and release as if it's fresh. Prediction and surprise, happening at the same time, in the same brain. It could be good to sit with that for a second, because this dual processing is the key that unlocks the next 2 entries on our list. Maybe even rewind that last part to let it sink in. Number 2, the autobiographical memory effect. This one changes everything. When a song is paired with a powerful personal memory, a wedding dance, a hospital waiting room, a night drive you'll never forget, the chill response can amplify by up to 300%. Your amygdala has stamped that song with emotional significance. Every replay doesn't just activate auditory processing. It reactivates the full emotional state from the original experience. And there's a critical timing component. Between ages 12 and 22, your brain is in peak neuroplasticity. Memories formed during this window get encoded with extraordinary emotional depth and clarity. This is the reminiscence bump. It's why the music from your teenage years and early 20s feels like it belongs to you at a molecular level. And it creates a self-reinforcing loop. The stronger the emotional tag, the stronger the chills. The stronger the chills, the more deeply the memory gets re-encoded. Every listen tightens the bond. Your nervous system is using music as an archival system for the experiences that defined you. Okay, so it might feel like we've covered a lot of ground. But the number one entry on this list is the one that explains why everything on this list only applies to some people. Number 1, neural connectivity. A 2017 study from Harvard found that people who experience frisson have structurally different brains. Specifically, they have denser white matter connections between the auditory cortex, where sound is processed, and the anterior insular cortex and medial prefrontal cortex, which handle emotional awareness and self-reflection. More fibers connecting sound to feeling, more signal, more chills. People who score high on the personality trait openness to experience tend to have these denser connections. They're not more emotional. They're more wired for translating auditory information into emotional meaning. And here's what makes this hopeful rather than deterministic. This connectivity isn't fixed. Musical training strengthens it. Active, engaged listening builds it over time. Musicians tend to get chills from different musical features than non-musicians. Harmonic complexity versus sudden dynamic shifts. Your listening habits are literally reshaping the neural architecture that makes chills possible. We end up in this profound situation where the more you seek out music that moves you, the more capable your brain becomes of being moved. This kind of neural feedback loop has a special name in neuroscience. It's called experience-dependent plasticity, and it means your capacity for musical chills is something you can grow. 5 mechanisms, 1 shiver. Your autonomic system fires a survival response. Your dopamine system runs an anticipation reward loop. Your prediction engine finds the perfect sweet spot between expectation and surprise. Your memory system amplifies everything with emotional weight from your past, and your neural wiring determines how strongly all of it reaches you. Music chills aren't just pleasant. They're your brain doing something extraordinary, bridging sound, emotion, memory, and meaning in a fraction of a second. And the beautiful part is, the more you listen, the more you feel. That's why a 3-minute song can make your whole nervous system light up.